Capture cards are one of the most confusing products to get into. There are cheap knockoffs out there that you'll regret buying and ones that don't deliver the video quality you're looking for. Capture cards really affect your gaming experience if you buy the wrong one. We're here to help you choose the right capture card for your budget and needs. The capture card market has stuck with hdmi 2.0 for the longest time, but AverMedia has stepped up and made a true hdmi 2.1 capture card more capable than any before it. It boasts up to a capture resolution of 4K 144 with HDR, truly utilizing hdmi 2.1 bandwidth. Not only that, but you'll also have ultra-wide capture of up to 3,440 by 1440 pixels at 144 frames per second. Along with its impressive specs, it is a treat for headset console users as it comes with 3.5mm audio in and out ports, eliminating the need for party chat cables and secondary microphones just to capture your own voice when communicating with teammates. AverMedia wanted to deliver an ultra-class capture card, and spec-wise, they did. The AverMedia gaming utility that you can use it with isn't even bad, unlike most utility/proprietary software. It's simple, but it can tell you what resolution you're capturing at, what software is using the device, and even your audio bit rates, which saves a lot of time when troubleshooting. This capture card has come a long way since its release, lacking those ultra features which needed to be added in months later through updates. Since those updates, it has delivered on those features and is now the ultimate external capture card for hardcore users. The EVGA XR1 Lite is a cut-down version of the EVGA XR, but is one of the most capable capture cards for a low budget. It does away with the bells and whistles of the regular XR1, like the knob, RGB lighting, 1,440 pixels, 120 Hz advanced pass-through, but keeps the important essentials. For most users, 1080 pixels, 60 footage is right where you want to be. It looks good without the burdens of dealing with 4K footage, like enormous file sizes and slow exports. If you don't plan on doing 4K footage in the future, this capture card will be enough for you for a long time. If you care about performance, it's hard to beat the speed and efficiency of using a capture card connected straight to your motherboard. The Elgato 4K60 Pro Mackay 2 can record and stream up to 4K 60 H10 with VR 1080 pixels 60 and pass-through up to 1080 pixels 240 and 1440 pixels 144. With these pass-through resolutions and refresh rates, you won't need to unplug your monitor to route it directly to your gaming pecs every time you just want to play on your own. All this while reducing the latency by using CI. It also has multi-app support, allowing you to use the device on 2 programs at once, unlike most capture cards, which become unavailable once one program uses it. This allows it to be much more flexible, contrary to its being a PCA card, which limits its flexibility. You won't be able to move it around easily due to it being an internal capture card, but this would be perfect for a travel-friendly mini-X streaming PEX build. Not much separates a PC to PC capture card from a console to PC capture card. However, the biggest issue for many console users regarding capture cards is their audio and communications. Using capture cards with headsets and controller microphones has always been tricky, often needing a dual microphone setup and a specific party chat cable. The Asus Tough Gaming Capture Box CU4K30 fixes this with its standard 3.5mm audio in and out ports, allowing you to plug in your controller and headset so you don't need a special party chat cable and a separate microphone just so you can speak to your teammate. You won't have to sacrifice your gaming experience as well with its low latency 4K 60 HR and 1080 pixels 240 pass-through. However, it does come with a polarizing game redesign with RGB elements and a rugged metal look which might clash with your setup. It's not an easy object to blend in with unless you're all in with Asus tough gaming gear. After the huge success of the Elgato had 60S Plus, the company launched the HD60X, which is essentially identical to the latter in most aspects, but brings variable refresh rate (VR) support for tier-free gameplay. It supports both FreeSync and NVIDIA G-Sync, which enhances the experience at higher refresh rates, which the HE60X supports natively. E60X is currently the best capture card to buy, whether users play on a PC or are console users gaming on the PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series X. With its excellent support for recording and streaming gameplay at up to 4K resolution, this device is one of the most future-proof options and is versatile in its functions. It can capture at 4K, 1440/60, and 1080p/60 or 120 while providing HDR support on some of these configurations. For streaming, it gives 4K 1440/120 and 1080p/240 pass-through without introducing any input lag, which is ideal for esports players and competitive gamers in general. While the device comes with its own app support, it works way better with up. One thing to keep in mind is that when connecting to a console for the pass-through, users will need to use a dedicated audio cable included to get the sound from their TV or console. Apart from that, it is a nearly perfect capture card that is highly portable and has a straightforward installation. Zext is generally popular for its peripherals and C hardware, but when it comes to capture cards, not many know that its Signal HD60 is a fantastic device on a budget for most streamers. Even though it lacks some of the advanced features that the Elgato HD60X comes with, it will meet the needs of most streamers. Signal HD60 is a lightweight capture card with the ability to pass through 4K 60 on a PC or console. It provides a single HDMI input and output port and a USB Type-C to connect to the CC. Unfortunately, there isn't a dedicated audio jack, but that's not a big deal for most users. The device works flawlessly with most streaming/recording software like OBS and XSplit, but it doesn't have its own. It won't matter at the end of the day as the majority of streamers use third-party software for recording and streaming. The HD60 provides ultra-low latency and users should be able to stream without any input lag or delay on their systems. This is why, even though it isn't a top-of-the-line option for professionals, it gets the basic job done properly and convincingly. Many streamers struggle to stream multiple sources as most capture cards can only support one input source at the same time. The Ruapu stands out as it provides dual HDMI input connectors to stream two different sources at the same time. So, users who live stream their gameplay as well as themselves through a webcam or DZR will have their needs met very smoothly. The max resolution and refresh rate it can support is 4K at 60 Hz, but it will only produce an output of 1080 pixels at 60 Hz, which can be a limiting factor for enthusiasts, but is totally fine for most streamers out there, as the majority of streamers prefer streaming at 1080 pixels due to the lack of high-end gaming machines. The capture card provides an USB Type-C interface to connect to a system and can work with most third-party software. At the back, it has 3 dedicated audio ports for microphone, headset, and audio, which is a plus point for recording audio from different sources. Furthermore, there are 10 multi-purpose buttons on top that perform actions such as changing the display modes to record what is needed. Certainly, it's not free from imperfection, but there are several advantages users can have that are unavailable on more expensive capture cards. The MWin flagship level 4K capture card brings beautiful aesthetics on the exterior and powerful hardware inside to provide a high-quality uncompressed output at different resolutions. The device natively supports 4K 60 pass-through with no lag, thanks to the USB-C connection. At lower resolutions such as 1440 pixels and 1080 pixels, it does a marvelous job of supporting up to 144 Hz and 240 Hz, respectively. That essentially means that it is a direct competitor to the Elgato HD60X for a lower price. However, the latter has some advantages over the MWin card, such as VRR support. Nonetheless, this card also brings HDR support at 4K and supports multiple devices. The card works flawlessly with PCs and consoles, but sometimes has problems when working with MIC devices. Therefore, users who don't want to take any risks should opt for other capture cards like the Elgato HD60X. Still, the reports of incompatibility are not too common and can be solved via some basic troubleshooting steps. On the bright side, the MWin capture card provides support for a dedicated headset and audio mixture.